So you're Hardstuck bronze. Trust me, we've all been there. Except me though. With this new act, people are a bit angry with where they're getting placed. For some people, they're getting placed gold or, you know, plat, the bare minimum. Let's just say the bottom of the barrel, most trash players ever to exist are getting placed bronze, and they're not able to get out of bronze because, again, they're the trash, most terrible players. I mean, hey, just have no fear. These few 10 steps will get you completely out of bronze, just like Alex, guaranteed. So you guys ready? Step 1. Uninstall Valorant. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear right now. And you're like, oh my goodness, I love this game though, it's so cool. You obviously do not like it enough to be actually able to get better. Accept it. Move on with your life. When you're about to download Valorant, you should really just head towards that door. Make sure you look at Valorant first before you head out. And then just keep on walking. Like, don't even look past. I mean, let's be honest here. It's a proven fact that 87% of people who place bronze do not ever get out of bronze. Do not fact check me on that. I'm wrong. Hey, look, maybe take this time to go outside, you know? Get some friends, please, at the bare minimum. Just please get out of the house. Like, touch grass, see the sights, see everything the world has to offer, you know? Unless if you have the Sage, Pocket Sage, hey, I understand you're entire. At that point, you're excused. And strap in for these next 9 steps to get out of bronze. Step 2. What was step 2 again? Step 3. Skip step 2. We don't need it. Step 4. I mean, look how fast we're going through these. I told you it'd be so easy. Step 4. Alright, so we're going to provide a little gameplay to go along with my announcing just to aid us in this teaching process. A quick little hypothesis, little myth legend is that aiming for the head actually does more damage than you could possibly do to any other part of the body. But with this clear demonstration here, if you aim a little bit lower, you do 1,350 damage. There's some science behind this. I mean, I was a little bit of a computer electrical engineer, so I kind of know like the basics of where the critical hits would be. Don't fact check me on that, I'm wrong. But I think overall people kind of get misguided. The people saying aim for the head, aim for the head. I mean, we're bronze here. You're expecting a little bit too much from us. Aiming for a little bit like the knees and the crotch area, it actually aids a better critical hit and can actually help you kill your enemies faster. Just a small tip from me, make sure you use it and always aim for the legs. On to your next step. Now move on to step 6. Be extremely toxic to every player you ever see in any game. It doesn't mean if they're on the enemy team, they're on your team, you still be toxic to them. Because I mean, no one can actually have fun while you're in the game. Because you're all that matters. If your teammates are doing well, don't compliment them. Don't say that they're good at the game. I mean, hey, never do that. The minute they mess up though, hey, that's when you get them. Always only tell other people how to play and then ridicule them for actually attempting to give you tips on how you should play, because you're bronze, you know what you're doing, you don't need anybody, you don't need anybody. Have to type easy at the end of the game to show that you're actually better than the other team, even though the other team is literally Iron 3. That doesn't matter, you're better than them, you won the game. So it's actually, have a clear conscience in doing that. There's actually nothing wrong with it actually at all, so go ahead and do that. I'm not speaking from experience about any people actually mean games or anything like that. It just happens. I happen to see it sometimes that people are literally just the worst people ever, actually ever in bronze primarily. So make sure you guys have to do that in order to scale up the leaderboard process, because as you get higher and higher and higher, people have worse and worse and worse temper and will call you out for the smallest things that literally make no difference in the game and tell you how to play your own game when they don't know how to play. They don't know how to play their character, but yet they always have to. Don't do that. Don't ever help your team out. They have to be dead. Why am I holding an AirPod? Because the entire fellow community doesn't understand how to be a decent person. Step 7. Use your ears. Pretty much everyone has them. You can actually hear other players in the game if you actually turn up your volume. Unknown fact there for bronze players out there. It seems like sometimes they actually don't understand that, but it's actually a surprising amount of times how you can just sneak up on enemies because they just don't turn up their volume and don't turn on their headphones. You're lying to me right now. Is someone on it? What's happening? They're right next to me, diffusing. Dude, listen to like the footsteps, the sounds, old sounds All sounds sound different when they're your teammates and when they're opponents.
Nowhere to run.
So maybe learn that so you know, oh, that's my teammate ulting. Extra tip, if you turn on your monitor, you can actually hit your shots a lot better if it's not turned off. It took me a little bit while to actually understand that. It's a little bit, I just realized that you could actually turn this on and you could actually like look at the person you're shooting and not just miss all of your shots like a lot of bronze players actually do. It's a little bit surprising that like people hide this information. There's a lot of gatekeeping, gaslighting, girl boss. There's a lot of people involved with stopping this information from coming out. So I'm glad I could actually provide you with information to turn on your monitor, turn on your headphones, probably plug in a mouse or something, maybe get a keyboard, maybe if you actually have eyes to use them, maybe if you have a brain to understand that process of everything going on in your game, you're actually a lot better in the game to be able to rank up. But that's a little bit higher level kind of thought process that I know bronze players aren't exactly able to tap into right now. Better to just understand it for later when it comes later in your games. Alright, step 8. But we skip step 5. Step 5 is skip step 8. No. Step 5 skip step 5. Not to be confused with step 3, which was skip step 2. Completely different. Absolutely not to be involved with any of that. Alright, moving on. Step 8. Play with a friend. I know for my community it's gonna be really hard for you guys to be able to get this step because none of you guys have any friends. I know everybody watching here probably sitting alone, not watching this with anybody at all, kind of just in their own room on their desk. That's obviously nothing to do with me or any like altercation or involvement with me making videos. Completely on you guys, nothing to do with me. Be a better person, maybe. So, I mean, this one is going to be definitely challenging, but I mean, I think it makes sense that when you play with somebody that you're friends with or know better, you're going to do better at the game because these people are not just randoms you find on the internet, but actual people with intelligent minds, unless you're my friends, which you actually just get worse teammates actually lose every game you play. So, now move on to step 9. Step 9 is actually a little bit harder than a lot of the rest. And this one's taking a break. And I think when you're caught up with this, not even video games, but life in general, you can forget to take breaks and just enjoy the time we have. I mean, maybe step 1 wasn't such a stretch. Maybe sometimes you should uninstall Valorant. I mean, a lot of times this game can be frustrating. You can hate this game. This game can honestly break friendships. I know I just never want to play with certain people ever again in my entire life. But at the end of the day, it's really just a game. I mean, no matter what Ninja says, this game it pushes you to your limits. It shows the tops of strategic plays and reaction time. But at the end of the day, what's more important is you, your mental health, your physical health, everything. Should at the end of the day not stop you from being the person you want to become and spending time with people around you. Remember to take breaks, not just from games, not just from YouTube, but from life. Sit back and enjoy yourself. Just enjoy being you. Not enough people enjoy that. It's a stretch, but maybe one day when you come back to Valorant, getting out of bronze will be real simple. Because all you needed was that break, some encouragement. You won't find that here, to be honest, but I mean, but no matter what rank you are, skill level, it doesn't define you.
How hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done.
One day you'll reinstall Valorant. They come back, maybe hitting Silver 3. Relax. And just know you'll make it. Whatever goal you're reaching for, you'll make it. Step 10 Never use Phantom.